The movie begins with a story from the past before the part 1. Ravenna had killed a king and started ruling the kingdom with her sister Freya. Ravenna finds out that Freya is in love with a normal man named Andrew. Freya is pregnant, but Andrew is already engaged to someone else. Ravenna warns that Andrew will betray her, but Freya trusts him. Freya waits in the palace with her baby daughter. Andrew sends her a letter, asking her to come to the royal garden for a secret wedding. She leaves her baby and goes there, but sees fire coming from her room. When she runs back, she sees that Andrew has killed her daughter. Freya uses her ice powers and freezes Andrew to death. Because of the pain of losing her daughter and Andrew's betrayal, she leaves her kingdom. She goes to the north and becomes the Ice Queen. She kills all the grown-ups in her new kingdom and takes the children to her castle. She trains them to become huntsmen and tells them they must never fall in love. She uses her army to kill kings and make herself queen of more places. Two of her best huntsmen, Sarah and Eric, fall in love. Sarah tells Eric she loves him, and they secretly marry. They are happy and decide to run away from Freya's kingdom. Freya finds out through her magic owl. She gathers all the huntsmen around Sarah and Eric and comes herself. They beg her to let them go. Freya says they can go only if they fight and win against the other huntsmen. Eric and Sarah are strong and easily defeat them, but Freya creates a wall of ice between them. They can see each other through the ice when another huntsman hits Sarah from behind. Eric cries as he sees her die, and then someone hits him too. He is thrown into the river. Now the present story begins where the part 1 ended. It has been 7 years since Ravenna died. Snow White is now the queen, and Eric lives alone in the forest. One day, Snow White's husband, William, meets Eric along with 2 dwarves, Noin and Griff. They believe the mirror's magic was gone after Ravenna died, but Snow White got sick when the mirror called her. So they decided to take the mirror to the sanctuary, where its magic wouldn't work. But the mirror still hasn't been taken there. William wants Eric's help to find it. As William is trying to convince him, Eric suddenly throws his axe at a tree. Freya's owl was sitting there. Eric then tells William to take soldiers to the northern border. Eric leaves with Noin and Griff to find the mirror before Freya gets it. They find the soldiers dead who were taking the mirror. These soldiers had actually killed each other. They find a diamond stuck to an arrow in one of the bodies. There is black blood on a sword too, but they don't know whose it is. They stop at a place for dinner and find that Freya's huntsmen are there. Eric fights them bravely, but loses. Suddenly, a person in a hood comes out from the shadows and attacks the huntsmen. The huntsmen run away. The hooded person is Sarah. She hits Eric and he faints. Eric wakes up tied up along with Noin and Griff. Eric is happy to see Sarah, but she is angry at him for betraying her. Freya had shown them both different illusions. Eric saw her dying and Sarah saw him running away. Freya had locked Sarah in the dungeons for 7 years because of this. Now Sarah wants revenge on Eric. Eric tells her that if Freya gets the mirror, her powers will become unstoppable. Sarah frees the horses so they can't be tracked and agrees to find the mirror with them. While going through the forest, they fall into a trap made by 2 female dwarves. Eric offers them the diamond arrow to let them go. The dwarves accept it. The arrow belongs to goblins. Goblins keep all the stolen things in the forest, and taking them back is very difficult. They make a deal. The group will take the mirror, and the dwarfs can keep all the other things. The dwarfs take them to the goblins' hideout. When they reach, they find all the goblins dead. Suddenly, a goblin attacks one of the female dwarves. That goblin hits Sarah. Eric tells Sarah to take the mirror with the dwarves while he fights the goblin. But Sarah stays and helps him. Eric kills the goblin. Sarah is shocked to see her necklace with Eric. More goblins start coming. They run to the bridge. A goblin catches Sarah. He takes her across the bridge and cuts the rope. Sarah gets worried about Eric. She hits the goblin with a burning arrow. The goblins burn because of their tar-like blood. Everyone thinks Eric is dead, but he comes back later in the woods. They decide to spend the night in the forest. Sarah has now forgiven Eric. Next morning, Eric wakes up when he hears the sound of the mirror and starts following it. Sarah takes Eric out of the trance. Eric asks if she's betraying him because he had this doubt, but he can't do anything in love. Just then, Freya reaches there with her army. Freya had actually sent Sarah to help her trick Eric and get the mirror. Freya orders her soldiers to get the dwarves and the mirror. Freya orders Sarah to kill Eric to prove that love means nothing. Sarah kills Eric and turns away when a female dwarf shows up. Noin also comes forward, but Freya turns them into ice and Sarah leaves with Freya. Griff and the female dwarf pull the arrow out of Eric and he gets up. Sarah had actually hit him at the necklace because she didn't want to kill him. They decide to go to Freya's castle, and the fairies give them deer as a gift for their help. They ride the deer to reach the castle. Freya now has the mirror. Freya asks, "Who's the fairest?" Ravenna comes out of it. She had put her soul inside the mirror while dying. Ravenna is now controlling Freya's kingdom and sends huntsmen to fight Snow White's army. Freya gets angry, but Ravenna assures her the kingdom is still hers. Eric reaches the castle and decides to save the dwarves first. Eric wants to kill Freya himself. The dwarves go to find the other dwarves. Eric enters the throne room and sees Freya talking to the huntsmen about the attack. Eric tries to attack Freya, but Ravenna stops him. Then Sarah attacks Freya. Freya stops her with ice and, on Ravenna's orders, gives death sentence to Eric and Sarah. They are standing in front of the queen. Eric says that Freya had taken them from their families. Sarah calms him down, and they both kneel for their sentence. Tull is about to kill them, but instead he unchains them. They are all caught again, and Ravenna attacks them with her magic. Freya feels it and creates an ice wall. Ravenna mocks her, saying she failed to make Freya strong. Freya asks what she means, and Ravenna takes her to the mirror to show her a flashback. The mirror had told Ravenna that Freya's daughter would be the fairest, so Ravenna made Andrew kill the baby. Freya feels very sad after seeing it, and Ravenna stabs her in the shoulder. The wall breaks, and all the huntsmen fall down. Ravenna hits Sarah and Eric. Freya hugs Ravenna and begins to freeze, but Ravenna stabs her. Eric fights Ravenna. Ravenna is using magic and defeating him. Freya freezes the mirror. Eric breaks the mirror, and Ravenna dies with it. Freya sees her younger self and dies peacefully while looking at Eric and Sarah. All the huntsmen, children, and people are now free. They all gather outside, and the movie ends there. This movie teaches us that true love, trust, and courage can defeat even the darkest of magic and betrayal. It shows how jealousy and power can destroy even the strongest bonds. But in the end, truth always finds a way to shine. Freya, once a loving sister and mother, lost her path because of a lie. But when the truth was revealed, it broke the chains of darkness, and love once again won over hate. Even when everything seems lost, hope and unity can bring back light. Eric and Sarah's bond proves that love is not a weakness. It's the greatest strength of all. So, if you enjoyed this magical journey, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Movie Insight Studio, your favorite place for the most fascinating movie stories. See you in the next tale!